Hey everybody, I am Rochelle.
And I am Bobby, Rochelle's mom.
And we are starting something called Testimony Tuesdays. And so, obviously, on Tuesdays, we'll be sharing different testimonies about things that God has done in our lives or in other people's lives that are, some may seem smaller, some may seem bigger, but they're just all really cool stories of the way God still works, right? Like the Bible's full of all these cool things he did, but he didn't stop doing cool things when the Bible ended. He's still working in people's lives, and the ultimate goal of this is to glorify our Father. So we hope that this brings him a lot of glory. So anyway, the very first video, we're just going to tell you why we're doing it and how it started. So last spring, actually, I was still in Kentucky. I was changing my son Asher's diaper, and definitely not in a spiritual state, right? Like that is the last thing from my mind. And I think that's why God put it in my heart at that time, because there was no doubt that it was not me, it was God that put it into my heart. Because out of nowhere, Testimony Tuesdays just came into my head. Like that's what it started with. It just said testimony, like I just heard or whatever felt Testimony Tuesdays. I just knew that was supposed to be a thing. And I'm like, what is this, Lord? Like, where did this come from? And so I'm praying about it and kind of dwelling on it. And I'm like, I am supposed to be sharing these testimonies on, I guess, Tuesdays, just about all the cool things God's been doing in my life. And that's how it started. Well, I guess I got to share some of the cool things God has done in my life. So then I'm really excited, and I always share these kind of things with my mom. So I called her right away to tell her what happened, and that's where the story continues.
So I had not called Rochelle, but on Sunday when I was sitting in church of that same week, 2 days before, God just impressed on me so strongly that we have to share our testimonies. Like, right, the blood of the Lamb, with the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. And it was so strong that had to be in a bigger way than just me sharing with my friends on a personal basis. I didn't know what it looked like. I just knew that he impressed it upon me very, very strongly. And when Rochelle called,
so you were praying about it in church, right?
I was
you
praying
were
about
asking
it.
God, like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Sorry, my pastor, I was not listening to him because God was speaking to me so strongly. And I didn't know what it was going to be. So when Rochelle called, I was so excited because there was the beginning of our avenue, because God had put it on her heart around the same time he had put it on my heart that I had to share my testimonies as well as, like Rochelle had said, the testimonies of others. So we don't know where it's going to go, what it's going to look like, except we just want the Lord to be glorified through this, because it's so exciting that he wants such a personal relationship with his kids, with the people that he's created. He knit you together in your mother's womb for a purpose. And there's all these testimonies and things to share. So, starting
next week, actually, we're going to be doing it the first and the third Tuesdays of the month. So next week, April 22nd, I believe is the date, will be the first actual testimony we're sharing. Just a reminder, we're two imperfect people that have never done this before. So we're just trying to follow what God's telling us to do. And so with it, like I said, we'll probably start with some of our own testimonies, and just like, God is so cool. I can't wait to share some of the stuff he's done. Like, he is so awesome, right? Like, I don't know. He gets all the glory through these. But we've already had some people share their own testimonies that they want shared as well. So it's not just going to be us or about our testimonies, because God's working in so many people's lives and doing such cool things all over. So our goal is to get those testimonies out there, and that the right ears that need to hear whatever testimony, that they get to those people. So
you guys have a good week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Sounds great.